Hi everybody, it's Cole from Cole's Quilts. I've come on here to talk about the next quilt along again. I was really excited when all of a sudden I had more people that were joining my Facebook group to do the next quilt along. It's not going to officially be starting until we're done with the Christmas tree quilt along near the end of November. But there are a lot of colors involved, and so for people who want to pick out their own colors, I want to make sure that you have time to think through all that. And that is the main thing that I wanted to come on here to talk about, is if you're going to choose different colors than the suggested colors, how are you going to do that? First of all, I've put a few different things in the pattern to help you out. One is that I organized the colors based on lightness and darkness, value, and tone, warmth and coolness. And then some of them are labeled with an M, which stands for muted, which means that those are not as bright. The reason why I did that, if you wanted to change the colors, but not completely, so you noticed I've split it into warm and cool. And if you look at the castle image, there's very much one side that's sort of yellows and oranges and one side that's sort of blues and purples. So if you wanted to keep it so that one side was more warm and one side was more cool, but use different colors, so you could look at that and you could just basically replace some of those. So I know this is a light warm color and you replace it with another light warm color. If you don't care about that and you want to go totally different colors, I have added a grayscale image like this that'll be in the directions, and also a line drawing image like this. So if you want to just color in some colors that are whatever ideas you want to use. But the grayscale I feel like is important. The castle will probably read like a castle no matter what, unlike, for example, the Kaleidoscope Owl quilt, which was really important that there were certain colors and certain lightness or darkness. So in this one, it'll probably read like a castle no matter what. However, I do think for the best result, you want to keep dark colors where I have dark colors and light colors where I have light colors. I do have a video on here about using a grayscale, which is one of the things I've done in this pattern. And so I'm not going to totally go back over it, but I would suggest, let's say you have some fabrics you think you want to use, I would lay them out in what visually looks like lightest to darkest to the naked eye. Take a picture, put a black and white filter on it, and then see how light and dark they actually look. And you can compare that to the grayscale that comes in the pattern. Another thing you could do is print out the grayscale and then lay a piece of fabric by it and take a picture with your phone and put a black and white filter on it and then see which square it looks closest to. So that will just give you an idea of which of your fabrics are lighter and which of your fabrics are darker, so that when you're choosing where to put them, you can see, is it light enough to look as light as what's in the picture? So ultimately, I love seeing people use different fabrics, and you could really do whatever you wanted. But I do think that I'm hoping that I put in enough tools so that if you're making different choices, you'll be able to visualize how it's going to be different. Anyways, like I said, this quilt along won't be starting till the end of November. If you just joined my Facebook group, we're in the middle of the Christmas tree quilt along. You can jump on that bandwagon and do that if you want to. Even if we're halfway through, you know, who knows how fast you quilt. All the blocks for the Christmas tree are in the files section of the Facebook group. So I have put together a plan for a kit. So if you want to do this quilt along, and you want to stick with the colors that I've put in the image on the front of the pattern, I put together a kit of art gallery fabrics, pure solids, where you can go to my website and you can order it and I'll just send you exactly what you need. Now, I have it set up for pre-sale right now because I'm waiting for the fabric to come in. So if you try to do that and it doesn't work for any reason, please send me an email because it's the first time I've tried to do pre-sale stuff. I was really excited to see people's pictures from the Houston Quilt Show. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get there, but if you were there, my Halloween quilt, my baby dragon quilt were there. I know I saw at least 2 people that were there and took pictures, which is really cool. As far as how long the quilt along will take, I'm still putting together how many blocks per week I'm gonna put out. So I will be posting that, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment or send me an email, and I'll see you guys later.